Liberty women's tennis off to its best start in school history at 4-1, and a big part of that is freshman Evangeline Crist. And we're here to talk to her now and kind of get her story. It's kind of a neat one as she grew up in Lilburn, Georgia, outside the Atlanta area. And first off, Evangeline, as we talk about getting up here to Liberty, give us the story on both of you and the school, and how y'all kind of got to know each other.
Well, when I was looking at schools that I wanted to go to play tennis, I really wanted a Christian-based school. And so a lot of the schools that I'd looked at, a lot of them I went to the campus, and, I couldn't really tell on campus that, a lot of the girls on the team, that was something really important to them. And at the school, you just couldn't really tell. And a lot of the coaches that I had talked to, we just didn't have the same opinions or things that we held that was important to us. And so one of my teachers back in high school told me about Liberty, and I was like, sure, I'll check it out, and got to talk to the coaches 2 weeks after, and my immediate conversation with them, it was so much different from all the other coaches that I talked to, because they were asking more about me, and about my personal, even walk with the Lord, and that was so important to me that I felt so much more valued, rather than just a number on the team.
Well, I tell you what, if there's one student athlete that's destined to go to Liberty, it's you with your first name, Evangeline. How unique is that for you, and what does that name mean to you?
Yeah, it's super important. I mean, Evangeline means bearer of good news. And so my parents gave that to me from a young age, not knowing what it was going to be. But I'm, trying to live up to the name that I've been given, and especially with the last name of Chris, it's...
You've been doing a great job so far. You're the only freshman on this team. Kind of a neat thing, as we were talking about off camera. What's that been like for you, and what are some of the adjustments you've had to make from, junior tennis now to college tennis?
Mm-hmm. Well, being the youngest on the team, the only freshman, it's been such a cool opportunity to have so many girls that I can look up to on the team. They're all leading by such examples that I can look to them, and not only seeing them off court, but on court when they're playing, and seeing the fight that they have, that I really strive to look to that and bring that into my game. And some huge adjustments from junior tennis. It's really different, especially with having a coach on the court constantly. In juniors, you only talk to them sometimes if it's a close match when you're splitting sets, but having a coach constantly, every single point, they're telling you what to do, what not to do, and so having them on my court, and then also having an opponent who's being coached at as well, you are always having to fight, every single point. They're going to come back game after game, and so just maintaining the mental stability and strength, that just to stay calm and do your best.
You couldn't have asked for a better start at 9-0, not to jinx the start for you, but what do you think has led to your early success here?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think because I haven't had any previous records, obviously being a freshman, I don't have anything to base. I don't have any pressure from years before that, I need to get better because of seasons before, but I can just go in with not much pressure, but just go in and playing freely and playing my game, and just seeing how it's turned out so far has been incredible.
Interesting story you have with your family. You're one of 7 siblings,
yes.
And your dad 8, and your dad is the mayor of Lilburn, Georgia. So what was it like growing up in a house in a family that is so close to each other?
Yeah, we are a very close family. Even when I was born, my brother was almost getting ready to go to college, but despite the age difference in all of our families, we've been able to all maintain very close relationships, which each and every one of them I hold dear. And when we get to travel to all these awesome places, like in California and Ohio, I have family in all these different places, and I've had family in Florida that got to come over last weekend. So it comes with the benefits of having a large family. But
speaking of Ohio, you're making a trip there coming up this weekend against New Jersey Institute of Technology and Akron. How excited is this team to get back on the road and get back to action?
Yeah, we're really excited. We've definitely been preparing this week with putting ourselves in a lot of pressure situations, because that was something we struggled with last weekend, and feeling pressure of playing against higher ranked teams. And some of us, like personally, it was hard at some points with all the pressure. So we've been practicing really hard this week, and we're excited to get out, and hopefully all the practice that we have been put up to this point will pay off.
Well, I know all the experiences you've already had so far have already paid off in the 4-1 start for this team. Best luck in Ohio.
Thank you.
That's freshman Evangeline Crist. I'm Alan York for the Liberty Flame Sports Network.